Hey guys, so we just wanted to stop by really quick and just mention another thing that's made quite a difference in our sim racing lately. It has been the SHH shifter, which I'll show you on the screen right now. Um, Take a quick look here. So this is the SHH shifter. Can be purchased through a company in Spain. It's called the NEWT shifter. Before this, I was using a Thrustmaster TH8A shifter, and I was also looking at the possibility of a standalone sequential shifter. We didn't want to break the bank, because we definitely jump into different cars, but we didn't want to go for something that was going to be too expensive. We just need a standalone sequential shifter. I know the Thrustmaster can do sequential, but you have to remove that plate, and then you have to put the plate on, and then you can use it as a sequential shifter. I jump into so many different cars, whether it's R5 rally car or let's say GS Ford Mustang FR500S on iRacing, where we're using the H pattern clutch, the whole deal, right? So when you think about it, we're looking at so many different cars that we like to jump in and out of: open wheel, rally cars, touring cars, classic cars, So that was one of the big reasons why we were really excited that our friend Mike Nickham from NEWT Stuff, you can find his great products on Etsy, he was able to help us out in attaining this shifter. So it's really nice that I now have a two-in-one solution. You flick a switch, and the switch is found right here next to the USB cable. This thing is rock solid, man. I mean, I can't believe how good of a product this is. It has gone up a little bit in price from a couple years ago, I guess, but still well worth the money. You pay a little over 120 and then shipping, I think. But it's really been a great solution for our racing. I can literally go from the Ford Mustang FR500S, where I would be using the H pattern, and you literally can just flip a switch and you are right where you need it to be. You flip a switch, then you press down on the shifter, turn it the way that it needs to go, whether you're coming back from the sequential mode or you're going into the H pattern mode. And it's really been something that has been really so easy to use. I have no concerns. It's always in the same position. I don't have to move things. I don't have to mount things. I don't have to disconnect or reconnect things. It's solid. So if I was going to keep using the Thrustmaster shifter, I was basically going to have to work with adding a wider base, so I could slide a little sequential shifter next to it, like a sim jack or something along those lines that we were looking at for for the cost, and not just the bang for buck, but something that would perform, not feel cheap, like a Logitech sort of setup. And trust me, I did try the Logitech shifter before with a G27, where you buy the 3D printed sequential mod, so that the lever will go forward and back, and you have these really tight, stiff rubber bands. But even though we tried a couple different mods of those, I was still experiencing the issue where you would shift the sequential and it would bounce, and it would register as two shifts. So now I'm really happy with this shifter. As you can see, it you don't have to change out the top plate. You can shift there between third and second gear, and it comes back. It bounces right back, and it actually feels more heavy duty than the Thrustmaster product that I had. Granted, I've used the little mods in there to stiffen it up, give it that kind of like notchy, more secure feeling, like you would feel like, say, in a Honda gearbox or something like that, or other ones. I mean, that mechanical feel. But really, the Thrustmaster, the mods would wear out over time, and you were right back to square one. So the SHH NEWT2 shifter, it's great. You can see the little switch on the side there by the USB port and cable, and you flip it, you press down, and you're going from sequential to H pattern in no time. So if you're doing official races, you could literally be done with a race, flip the switch, and you're back in the Mustang, or you're back in the Lotus 79, another H pattern car. So it's been a really nice product. The footprint is really small. I have my handbrake, as you can see, right next to it, and it has worked great to be able to shift and use my handbrake and not be, I race in VR, so I can't really have too many things going on. Button box can get a little cluttered sometimes, things like that can happen, but Yeah, we've just been really happy with it. So I'll just take another look here. This is another view of it, and you can see here, this is the other side of the shifter. Like I said, it is a 3D printed case. Mike was able to get me the Fanatic type of mounting adapter, and all I did was I drilled out, used the template, drilled out the holes on this Ubuntu Revolution mounting area here, and I still have the other shifter on another one of these because we received a couple of these different mounting solutions from Ubuntu Revolution. And yeah, I mean, you can see the bar right there next to the shoes. There's the bar for the other one that would just slide in. You undo a knob, and I could be back on the Thrustmaster. But at this point, I really don't need anything else. I just need my sequential and H pattern shifter, and it's all right here in the NEWT shifter from SSH shifters. So with that, I mean, we're going to be driving tonight in the XMS Racing Touring Car Cup. We're going to be driving the Toyota GR86. We're going to be using the sequential shifter, so now I don't have to rely on the paddles. I can actually use my shifter in sequential mode, just like the GR86 has it, and other cars like that on the service. So for me, it's always been really about recreating the realism of the cars. Coming from a background of where I was on the track first before sim racing, it was really important to me to try to stick to that realism. Even if it wasn't going to make me the fastest, I wanted to recreate the realism. That was the top priority for me, and then I would hope that pace would come after that. So with that being said, I'm really happy with the results we have, from pedals to the wheels to now the shifter, handbrake. I'm able to jump into cars, and I feel pretty close to the real thing, whether it's an H pattern, sequential, whether I'm using the handbrake in a rally car, swapping steering wheels, for the particular cars. It's always been about realism. So that's something that I'm really, really blown away by this shifter, how when you shift, it really brings confidence. You feel like a real car, it doesn't feel like a cheap toy, which, like I said, it's really surprising. And obviously these guys have gone through this shifter and thought of everything. So they send you 2 different shift knobs. We've already changed the shift knob on ours. You can't see it in the picture because this is an older picture right when we got the unit. But yeah, we went with a round ball, kind of like a Civic Type R type, weighted ball. It has some good weight to it, so you really feel confident about your shifts. But yeah, more than anything, I just wanted to test out my audio here with this mic from JD, and say thanks to Mike Nickham for the shifter, and IloveSimRacingDesigns for the pedals, the NEWT stuff for the brake mods and other pedal mods, and Premium GTP for helping us get by on Fanatic products for a while. And yeah, looking forward to tonight's race. Big thanks to all our friends, sponsors, the whole team. Congratulations on the Watkins Glen 6 hours. But yeah, this shifter has really made it really feel like I'm in the car again, as far as having a sequential gearbox and cars that have a stick rather than paddles. Obviously, when we get in like the Porsche Cup car, we use paddles. Touring cars, we're using the sequential shift stick. And then, yeah, the classics, right? The Lotus 79, Ford Mustang, H pattern. Some of the older cars as well. You got the Lotus 49, you got the Audi GTO, the Camel GTP car. I'm using H pattern there. So really happy with this solution, and the fact that I don't have to mount more things or try to do more custom stuff, and it has room. I can reach out and I just have the 2 things I need, the shifter and the handbrake for either car. So with that, I just want to say good luck to the team tonight. We'll be on here in a couple of hours, heading to Olton Park for the Rick Motec Touring Car Cup. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for checking everything out. Take care.
1, go! Wow! Easy right. Easy left. Easy right.
Let's watch. The key to victory on this cool course is patience. But as you know, only patience is not enough to win.
Race to the end. Now so free the guy will be. Victory inside. Our success will be one. The sun. Power. Country is yours. Your machine song. Feel the heartbeat of the night. Feel the heartbeat of the night. Feel the heartbeat of the night. Feel the heartbeat of the
Well, you're gonna see your excellent run one more time. Cool breeze, birds and clouds. Relax and enjoy.
Easy left, over jump. Long, easy left. Long, easy right, over jump. Wow. Long, medium right. Wow.
If you have to drive only one course for the rest of your life, this is the one. Is this heaven? Yeah.
One. Go.